While waiting for the restaurant to finish an order, I mindlessly opened a short video app to kill time. Then I heard a voice I knew all too well. I frowned and looked closer. It was my ex-wife, Shannon Reich. She was live streaming with her influencer boyfriend, Tobias Hunt. Both of them were crying dramatically in front of the camera. The stream title hit me like a punch to the gut. 40 degrees Celsius heat. My daughter is trapped in a car. I clicked in immediately, and there she was. My 3-year-old daughter, with Shannon, Ginny Herbert, was trapped inside the car, pounding helplessly against the window. The inside of the vehicle looked like a furnace. Ginny's little face was flushed bright red, sweat soaking her hair flat against her forehead. She was crying and screaming inside the car. The desperation in her voice felt like knives twisting in my chest. I clamped a hand over my mouth, forcing myself to stay calm. Shannon, how dare she? We were divorced for less than 6 months, yet already shacked up with that influencer. And now she would risk her own daughter's life for views? Break the window. Hurry. I typed with shaking fingers. The comment section exploded. Call the police. The kid's going to get heat stroke. What are you waiting for? It's 40 degrees. She's going to die. And Shannon's reaction? She laughed. As the viewer count surged, she didn't smash the window, nor did she call for help. Instead, she beamed at the camera. Thank you to our top fan for the money bag gift. Then she added sweetly, send another money bag. I'll smash the window once I get it, okay? Rage, despair, and terror crashed over me in waves, drowning me whole. I called her over and over again. Once, twice, and thrice. There was no answer. The background of the live stream looked vaguely familiar, but I could not think. I immediately forwarded the stream into our food delivery writers group chat. Within moments, my coworker Richard Carey replied. It's the parking lot behind Tahoma Street. Go. The kid looks like she's about to pass out. The second I saw the location, I ripped the delivery box off my scooter. The food spilled all over the ground. The restaurant owner ran out, cursing. I'll pay you back later. I shouted, already sprinting away. Shannon better pray Ginny was okay. Otherwise, I would have made sure she paid with her life. Richard kept tagging me in the group chat. The live stream footage was becoming harder and harder to watch. Ginny almost stopped crying. Her little face was turning a frightening purplish red. Her tiny body curled up on the back seat, barely twitching. And Shannon? She was still posing in front of the camera with her influencer boyfriend. Oh, we're anxious too, she said coyly. But the keys are locked inside the car. Don't worry, my dears. I'm her biological mother. How could I possibly let anything really happen to her? I ran like a madman, my heart hammering so hard it felt ready to burst out of my throat. Tahoma Street. Damn it, why was this alley so long? There. I leaned on the horn and drove straight at Shannon, who was still live streaming. She fell to the ground from the impact, screaming in pain. Are you crazy? Do you even know how to drive? When she realized it was me, panic flashed across her face. Leamund Herbert, what are you trying to do? I ignored her and rushed to the car, slamming my palms against the window, shouting Ginny's name, hoping she would hear me and hold on. Through the glass, I saw her small body collapsed across the back seat, completely motionless. It felt like someone grabbed my heart and squeezed. The suffocating pain made my vision blur black at the edges. Ginny, Daddy's here. Wake up. I screamed until my throat tore, snatching up a brick from the ground and slamming it against the driver's side window. A loud crack split the air. Spider web fractures spread across the glass. The moment she saw me smashing the window, Shannon's shrill voice pierced the air. Leamund, have you lost your mind? I ignored her and swung harder. I swung a total of 3 times. Suddenly, a slick-haired man rushed over and grabbed my arm tightly, his voice trembling. Stop. Stop smashing it. Come on, man. Do you know how expensive this car is? If you break it, can you even afford to pay for it? It was Shannon's influencer boyfriend, Tobias Hunt. My eyes were bloodshot. I grabbed his collar and growled through clenched teeth, if anything happens to my daughter, you won't be able to pay for it either. Then I drove my fist straight into his face. Out of the corner of my eye, I caught sight of something in his hand, keys. My vision turned red. I shoved him to the ground and ripped the keys from his grip. A BMW. This was the very car in which Ginny was trapped. Shannon's face drained of color. She hastily ended the live stream and lunged at me like a madwoman, snatching the keys back. Leamund, are you insane? Do you know how much money this stream could make? It's just a little heat. She's not going to die. Just a little heat? Why did she not try locking herself inside the car? At first, I thought she was just refusing to break the window for the sake of getting more views. Now I realized how naive I was. She locked Ginny inside on purpose. I hurled the brick at her shoulder. She's your biological daughter. More and more bystanders gathered. Some recognized Shannon and Tobias, whispering and pointing. Isn't that the influencer couple? Why is their kid locked in the car? It's scorching out here. This is child abuse. What kind of mother does this? Chasing live stream money at the cost of her child's life. Their faces grew uglier by the second. They clearly did not expect things to spiral this far. I seized the opportunity, snatched the keys again, and hit the unlock button. The car lights flashed, and I quickly yanked open the door. A blast of suffocating heat hit me in the face. Ginny lay limp in her safety seat. Her cheeks were burning red, her lips tinged purple. Her breathing was so faint I could barely hear it. My hands trembled as I lifted her out. Her body was scorching hot. It felt as though I was touching heated metal. Ginny, Call emergency services. Call an ambulance, someone shouted. No. I clutched her tightly and sprinted toward my motorcycle. I'll take her myself. I strapped her carefully against my back, secured her as best I could, and revved the engine. Just as I pulled away, Shannon seemed to realize something. Damn it, she shouted at Tobias. We can't let him take Ginny to the hospital. I didn't look back. I twisted the throttle to the limit. The motorcycle shot forward like an arrow, wind screaming past my ears. Tears blurred my vision. I muttered to myself, Ginny, hold on. Daddy's taking you home. The roar of the engine mixed with her faint, fragile breathing. Suddenly, I heard a voice. Daddy. Her voice was barely a whisper, but it struck me like lightning. I glanced into the rearview mirror. Her little face was still burning red, but her lips went pale. Her tiny hand weakly clutched the back of my jacket. My voice shook as I fought back tears. Ginny, Daddy's here. I'm taking you to the hospital right now. She seemed to understand. Her small head rested weakly against my back. Just then, a blinding pair of headlights appeared in my rearview mirror. A BMW was speeding toward us. It was Tobias. Shouldn't he be with Shannon? Why was he chasing me? I knew these roads better than anyone as I delivered food here every day. I knew every shortcut, every dead end. I could navigate them with my eyes closed. I gritted my teeth and twisted the throttle harder, trying to shake him. But Tobias drove like a madman, tailing me relentlessly. Several times, he nearly slammed into my rear wheel. Damn it. What was he trying to do? Why would he stop me from taking Ginny to the hospital? We were less than 100 meters from the hospital entrance when suddenly, his BMW swerved and blocked the road. I slammed on the brakes. The next second, Ginny and I were thrown violently into the air.